Dancing Israel. Okay, so I've previously talked about 9/11. First in my Israel episode, that is exclusively on Rumble. So go check that out. And then part 2 kind of was a follow-up to that, was 9/11 Oddities. I will throw that link in the description. But here is just another incident, another piece of evidence, another example of 9/11 being done by Israel. Shortly after the 9/11 attacks, this news clip aired on the news.
It began when this woman was watching the Twin Towers burning from her apartment in New Jersey. She noticed 3 men on top of a van, posing for pictures with the towers burning in the background.
And I could see that they were like happy. You know, they didn't look shocked to me. You know, they didn't look shocked. I thought it was very strange.
The witness called police, who stopped the van hours later and arrested 5 men. All 5, it turns out, were Israeli. They were turned over to the FBI. Sources tell ABC News during a check of national security databases, some of the men were listed as having had connections with Israeli intelligence. At the FBI, that set off alarm bells. The FBI needed the answers to 3 important questions. Who were these men? What brought them to that parking lot on the morning of September 11th? And did they have any advance knowledge of what was going to happen that day? The men said they were just taking pictures at the time. They said they worked for a company called Urban Moving. The FBI obtained a search warrant for the company's offices.
2 SUVs were filled up with between 9 and 12 boxes and computers.
Not long after the arrests, the offices of Urban Moving were simply abandoned. Almost everything was left behind. In jail, the 5 Israelis were repeatedly interrogated and given lie detector tests. Stephen Gordon was their American lawyer.
They were asked questions if they had ever been approached by or hired by any non-United States intelligence community.
While there is still some debate among American intelligence officials, many investigators believe some of the men were part of an Israeli operation aimed at monitoring radical Islamic charities that support groups like Hamas, something lawyers for the 5 men and the Israeli government strongly deny.
These 5 Israelis were not involved in any intelligence operation in the United States. The story is simply false.
This clip talked about 5 dancing Israeli men that were arrested for posing for pictures with the tower burning in the background, celebrating the horrible day and the horrible events of 9/11. When these men were arrested, it was later found out that these men had connections with Israel and Israeli intelligence. So, Jews, Israeli men, dancing and celebrating 9/11. I think that's pretty clear. I mean, we've seen Bibi Netanyahu speak on this matter in previous videos, and now we've got dancing Israelis.